Good morning, everyone. This is Financial Literacy 101. Happy New Year. Now, we got all of that out of the way. Now, we can get into some of this money because it's very important that we talk about money on this first week of the new year. And not to really symbolize 2022 is just the same as 2021. I mean, a lot of things for people have not changed financially. And that's why it's important that we get back on the grind. That's why we get back on our purpose and we start talking about this money. All right. So first and foremost, BYD, Build Your Dreams Company, is a Warren Buffett-backed company. I believe that Warren Buffett owns around 21.5% of this particular company. And last year, they've been up around 24%, more so than NIO, Tesla, as well as LI Auto and Xpeng. Now, I think Tesla has been doing quite well. We're going to put this up there as well because I believe that Tesla is a good comparison with Build Your Dreams as well. But nonetheless, in the past 3 months, it's been up 11%. The past month, down 13%. The past week, up 2%. And then today in the pre-market, it looks down around 1%. Now, if you guys are not familiar with BYD, because I never really covered this particular one, but BYD meaning Build Your Dreams. Now, the ticker for BYD, for Build Your Dreams, is BYDDY. Again, the ticker for Build Your Dreams is BYDDY. Now, it engages in the research, development, manufacture, and sale of rechargeable batteries and photovoltaic business, operates its business through the 4 segments. And we're going to get into these, okay? They make all sorts of things. This company is out of China with almost 250,000 employees, okay? The market capitalization for this company is $113 billion. Now, in the last year, it got up to $82.50, and then the week low was $34.78, but currently the price is at $69 per share. Now, this has been under the radar of mine for quite some time. I believe I covered them early last year, and I kind of left them alone because it was kind of dealing in the backdrop because they deal in so many sectors, but they are directly competing with Tesla and, of course, NIO. NIO when it comes to the Chinese market, Tesla when it comes to the world market, and all the other segment that this company is in. Do not let the stock price fool you, ladies and gentlemen, because again, the 52-week low was around $35 per share, and the 52-week high was around $83 per share. Currently, this is trading around $69, $70 per share, especially when the open market. And for this new year, if you guys are not investing in electric vehicle stocks, I cannot stress it enough, okay? It chokes me up that you guys are not having this either in your ETF or some of your individual portfolios. And we're going to get on what's Robinhood most recurring investment that people invest in on Robinhood. I know that's one platform out of many, but nonetheless, this is kind of like, the Generation X, the Millennials, XY, whatever sort of platform nonetheless. So as I'm scrolling down here, I'm seeing news stories that are going to inform you of this particular stock. It says this Warren Buffett-backed Chinese automaker sold more than EVs than Xpeng, LI Auto, and NIO combined in 2021. Did you guys know this? Now, again, I covered this one last year slightly, and it kind of went under my radar, and I've been negligent in giving this information, but I won't, okay? I think this company should be on everyone's radar because when you saw it speaking about how this company has sold more vehicles than NIO, LI Auto, and Xpeng combined, that is something that you should keep on your radar and not even think about investing. I'm believing that because this is a Warren Buffett-backed company, this is the reason for the drive, this is the reason for the innovation, and most importantly, this is the reason why they've sold so many damn vehicles, especially a lot of people not knowing this. Now, even some of my subscribers have not even talked about this. They talked about LI Auto and Xpeng, but not BYD, which means Build Your Dreams. Now, let's look at NIO in comparison very quickly, and we're going to go over Tesla as well. Here's NIO last year. The last year, down 35% the past 3 months, down almost 10% the past month, down 16.5% the past week, up 9.5%. And then today in the pre-market is around 3% when you're doing the math. Now, let's go over to Tesla so we can compare the two. Okay. So in the past year, Tesla has been up 57%. Okay. The past 3 months, 45.5%. The past month, down almost 2.5%. The past week, 5.5%. And then today in the pre-market, we're looking around 6% total. Okay. So compared to BYD, if you guys are looking for some high stake electric vehicle stocks, we have to understand in the past year that BYD was up 24% when you're doing your numbers. Okay. So these are things are very, very notable for you guys to be informed about. I'm not saying do not invest in NIO, because I will continue to invest in NIO, but Build Your Dreams, aka BYD, has been doing a lot of great things behind the scenes, and now it's coming to the forefront where other mega and mentor investors are now looking at this particular stock. So quite frankly, I'm gonna look into some headlines very quickly here for you guys. As we see here, the worn-back Chinese company automakers sold more EVs than Xpeng, Li Auto, and NIO combined. And we look at the price percentages here, okay? It says here they sold a record of 48,000 battery-powered electric vehicles in December, a jump of 148 year over year and 4.7 over the previous months, okay? It also states here that BYD sold 320 battery-powered electric vehicles last year, a jump of 145% over 2019. So all of these are very important that we do compare and contrast, especially when we're investing our money. Now, this is a model of BYD. To me, it looks like a electric hybrid Accord, a Honda Accord, meaning that it's a good looking car. Most people like the kind of the build and the style and design of an Accord. And that's what it looks like to me. To give you another quick look at it, that's what it looks like to me. It looks like an Accord, electric Accord. But nonetheless, this is BYD. Let's move on. Now, Tesla stock versus BYD stock. Tesla going fast, but EV's rival is catching up. Now, compared to the Tesla Model 3 and to this, again, what I call the BYD Accord electric version, to me, of course, BYD looks a lot better. I don't know what the Tesla Model 3 is doing here. I'm a Tesla fan as far as the stock, but some of their vehicles just don't, unless it's not the Model S, I don't really like them, okay? That's kind of my take on it. Again, you don't have to like a certain thing to know that it will make you money, if that makes any sense, okay? Now, when I go over to the forecasted amount for BYD, this is going on a CNN forecast, it says that the median estimate represents a negative 87% decrease from the last price of $67.50. This has to be very, very old information. So I will try to update you guys with this particular information with the current numbers that we're currently out right now. Now, as I'm looking through this, I'm scrolling through this particular company. Let's look at some of the products that you guys may not be aware of. These guys is a large conglomerate company, and this is the reason why Warren Buffett has backed this particular company, because all of the different sectors that is rivaling and competing with Tesla. Okay, so just kind of do a really, really quick rundown. You see they're dealing with electrical grids. They're dealing with electrical cars and trucks and subways. And I'm just going to show you right here. You see right here, ladies and gentlemen, where my cursor is, you see electrical buses, trucks, forklifts, batteries, subways, and cars, okay? And they are driving the future. They have all of these particular vehicles, and they are building in China currently. Now, currently, they do have some trucks around the world. And as you can tell, this one right here is built by BYD, and this truck is in California. So they do have a lot of products in California. Now, unfortunately, they do not have any electric vehicles for personal use in America just yet, but they do have work trucks like this particular one right here that's in California. They also have forklifts that are electric, as well as these battery energy storage facilities, and also the Sky Rail that they also have as well. And then, of course, so driving innovation. Let's look a little further in this. So I want to go into the auto portion of BYD, because again, you're not just investing in an electric vehicle car company, but again, just to show you the products once more, they deal in electric buses, electric school buses, electric trucks, electric forklifts, energy storage facilities, and electric Sky Rail. And again, this vehicle, in my opinion, looks better than a Tesla Model 3. because it reminds me of a traditional standard Accord, but with all the perks and upgrades and innovation of an electric vehicle. Okay. So again, I'm just going to show you some brief things here about these vehicles. This one is called the Han EV. They're going to break down all the different specs of the vehicle for you. Of course, they have different model. This is a different model as well. They're showing you the horsepower versus kilometers. Here's one of their EVs or crossover vehicles. Here's another one. I'm just scrolling through for your family so you can look at it so you know exactly what you are investing in. It is important for competition in this market, but there's money to be made. Now, at the current stock price of $69 per share, I still think it's profitable that you guys get into bed with BYD. Now, my second choice when it comes to the price point percentage of the return of investment is NIO. I can't stress this enough. Now, currently with this information, if I had to rank these stocks about how you should invest, my first take would definitely be Tesla. Okay, definitely be Tesla. They're the first. They're the innovators. They're the ones who essentially shared all the information on how to build an infrastructure of electric vehicles. So that's still worth a lot of money. Tesla right now is at $1,100 plus, and they're continuing to grow. Even though in late December, mid-December, they was down at $900, but they bounced right back. Let's look at that change very quickly so you exactly know what I'm talking about here. So as we see in this past month, Tesla dropped down to $900. That means for you guys who did not invest, you guys missed an increase of $100 and some odd dollars of investment of your ROI that you could have gained. Okay. And this is important. Tesla is the most important stock to the EV market because they're the one who are sharing and facilitating a lot of the information of how Elon Musk has built the infrastructure of electric vehicles. So if you have, it really don't really matter. If you have $5, $10, you can invest in Tesla, okay, especially with micro and fractional investing. But if you want to, a lot of people get into the share market price of it, then BYD is another great company that you guys can get into, because when you invest in Tesla, you're not just investing in the electric vehicle car market, but you are also investing in Tesla Solar, okay? Tesla Solar, and also the little battery storage facility for your home. Just like BYD, they have all these other products that Tesla is getting into, like the Tesla Cybertruck. Tesla is also making 18-wheelers, okay? They're all electric. Guess what? Build Your Dreams, aka BYD, is doing that as well. It's already on the market. We're already driving BYD vehicles in California. So this is why this company has essentially been doing a lot better than my NIO, than XPeng, and as well as LI Auto. Now, currently, this is the #1 company for electric vehicles outside of China, especially with them exploding in December of selling what? 300-something thousand vehicles. Didn't I give you those numbers, family? They sold a tremendous amount of vehicles. Okay, excuse me. They sold around 48,000 vehicles in December alone. So they've been beating out all the other companies that we've been talking about, XPeng and LI Auto as well. Now, moving right along, as I told you guys before, I wanted to show you some popular stocks that people buy on that people buy on Robinhood that's recurring. Now, you're going to see some check marks. The check marks means that I'm personally investing in some of those stocks, okay? Just to kind of give you guys some information there, some context. Now, as we're looking at this, I'm just going to read a couple of them. We have Tesla, Apple, Vanguard S&P 500, Amazon, Vanguard Total Stock Market ETF, Invesco, Google, Facebook, now known as Meta Platforms, NIO, Spider S&P 500 ETF, Microsoft, Nvidia, Disney, Ford Motors, Netflix, Lucid Group, that's another electric vehicle car company, Coca-Cola, ARK Innovation ETF, you know, that's one of Kathy Wood's ETFs, AMD, Vanguard High Dividend ETF. So these are the stocks that people on Robinhood have on recurring investment. I'll say about a little bit more than a quarter, maybe a third of those I'm currently recurring investing with those as well. Now, I'm only investing $25. Again, family, it doesn't take a lot of money to build a lot of money. My thing is have a well-diversified portfolio, but if you're starting off, don't do no more than 3 to 5 stocks, okay? Kind of get your feet wet, understand how the market moves, understand trending analysis, do your research, and your research will be a lot quicker when you have 3 to 5 stocks versus how many stocks that you see me currently investing in. Now, I'm gonna look at my portfolio because I took a really big hit from October to December, and it's somewhat bouncing back, but not to the most point. Now, as we're looking at this, over the past year, I'm down $9,000 because of that last month. But the past 3 months, I'm up $482. The past month, I'm down $3,000. The past week, down $700. The past day, up $200. And then currently live is in the pre-market, so nothing is current on. But you see, this is what they're talking about, that when stocks or your portfolio is moving sideways, okay? But I took a big drop. Let me show you this, family. This is the past month. This is when I went down to $29,000 up from, because at one point, let me show you this. I was up to $40,000, almost $41,000. And that last month hurt my portfolio when it went down to $29,000. I lost like 11 grand because of the turmoil, because of the chaos that was happening in the market when it came to all sorts of the stocks. And again, this was more volatile than last year, but if you look at the trending analysis from October to December, you will constantly see a dip in most of your stocks and or portfolios, okay? Now, a lot of times when we're talking about ROI, which is return of investment, as well as ROE, return of equity. Now, ROI is a performance measure that is used to assess the amount of profit of your portfolio, the amount of profit of a business or an investment by taking into account the profit or losses relative to the cost of the investment, okay? So that should be as simple enough. And then ROE is essentially a financial metric that assesses the profitability, your profit of a business in relation to the equity, okay? The money that you can essentially pull out. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully you are off your New Year's Eve high, and it's time to make that money, because this again is another day, it's another year, it's another day, but it's time to make some money. You guys have a great and wonderful day. Good morning, Born Massady. You guys have a great and wonderful money. And again, Happy New Year. This is Financial Literacy 101. Learn money and be inspired. I'm out.